Right, this session is a response to some of the students who have queries on how to draw better. I think first thing first is, very importantly, is how you sit. Okay, so this little illustration here. How do you sit? I guess you should be sitting comfortably at the desk. The desk shouldn't be too high or too low. It's a comfortable level where you can hold your pencil properly. Now, I think the other picture here shows how you should hold your pencil. I have a pencil here. This is what we call the tripod grip. I mean, you hold it between your middle finger, index finger, and your thumb, and that's the tripod method. And there is the other one called the overhand method, which is basically like this. I think some of us will do it with the index finger sticking out, and you can use this to do shading. This will present more of the lead onto the paper, while this allows you to more have a pinpoint way of doing it. Now, the second thing is, when you sketch, do you sketch it from using your fingers? Means just like this, which means I will produce short straight lines, or do you use your wrist? And if you use your wrist, your lines will be a little bit more straighter, longer, but still not so nice. If you use your elbow and you control it, you can reasonably sketch reasonably straight lines. And I'm using my shoulder. You can see that I can almost draw as much as I want using my shoulder, moving it straight down. Obviously, you don't have to limit your paper to, so that you can actually move the paper around. And now if I use my shoulder, I can draw a straight line across the whole page, right? Reasonably well, right? So, don't restrict yourself. Move the paper around, change the paper so that you can sketch it from different lines or different ways. Right, obviously the quality of your line, that's very important. We have this thing called construction lines, where I draw things very, very lightly. Okay, alright, almost transparent. And then after that, once I'm done, I darken my lines, and you can see the box appearing. Okay, so there is this thing called construction line and solid lines. So you can use that as a vary the pressure that you put on the paper in order to get the quality of lines that you want. Okay, now I don't really recommend people doing this type of sketchy lines or hairy lines, because why? It shows that you are not confident. All right, what I would like is just draw lightly, thin lines, and then after that, once you are confirmed that this is the line that you want, then quickly just darken the lines. And it is okay if the lines overshoot, if you're not getting it correct. You can always go back and correct them again. This is after all a sketch. Alright, the more you practice and practice and practice and practice, you will get it right. So don't worry about that in the beginning. Now, I think I want to come back with this little picture here. You see boxes, and you can use the boxes to create many variations of a simple design. In fact, there is this challenge called the 250 box challenge, where you draw boxes in different angles or different orientation. Alright, so this is something that I want to get you to try on your own free time, to draw maybe 100 boxes at different orientations, so that you can practice you being confident in drawing. Now, this is what I call the exercise box on box, where we draw boxes on boxes so that you can practice yourself drawing different boxes. Alright, so later on I'll demonstrate this a little bit using that box on box experience. Also, one more thing is, you drawing in 3 dimensions using the isometric box. All right, I'll explain that quickly in a sec. Let's have a look at this now. I think many of us, when we think of a box, all right, we will draw the box in 2 ways, either this way, okay, which is, if I darken this a little bit, this is how you can draw one box. This is a box that you will visualize, okay, right? And this is what we know as the isometric method. And there is another one where you draw this and you project the lines, all right, and then you darken the lines. Not very accurate there, never mind. Okay, all right, and this is known as oblique method. All right, so you can draw either box, either in the oblique method or in the isometric method. Okay, now what I meant is box on box. All right, so let's say if I have a box, I will now draw all in isometric method. All right, very thin construction lines, okay, making sure that all my lines are parallel to one another, right, and align, right, so the box will look okay. Okay, so this is my box, this first box. I want to draw another box on top of this. So let's say this is in alignment, right, vertical lines should stay vertical and parallel to one another. And then this is my box on top another box. All right, so you can draw many different variation of box on box using this method. All right, all these are in approximation, so you don't have to like stress yourself and drawing it. Now, what happened if I want to start drawing more things? All right, I want to highlight to you this. Imagine you want to draw a computer mouse. There are many examples, all right, how you can draw a computer mouse. They are nice stroke sketches, aren't they? All right, but what we can do is we can actually start to imagine all these, imagine them as boxes, and then it becomes easier for us. So let me show you an example. All right, I have a box, a mouse, a box here. Okay, roughly that size. Okay, and I want to draw a simple mouse. Right, what I know is this will go down all the way. This will end up here. The bottom of the mouse is curve. Right, there's a curve here, and curve here as well, and a curve here as well. So, right, let me just draw a box quickly. Right, I'll project the line upwards. There is also another curve here, curve here. Project the line upwards, this side. So I'm going to make a box quickly, right, and round those things, all right. But I know that the mouse isn't just a square block, right? I draw a quick side view. The mouse slopes up gently and then rounds off at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw quickly the line here, and I'm going to just project this across, and it rounds off at the back. Alright, so since this ends here, this line will also come over this side and round off, and I'm just going to project this across. So this will be my round base, the round back side here. Alright, the rear end of the mouse. The front end is going to taper down, so this part I'm going to join here, and I know this is going to be a curve. Okay, so gently doing this, and I know that there is the 2-button mouse. Okay, 2-button mouse, and there is a scroll wheel here. So I'm just gonna quickly just draw a few things inside, and this is just a quick rough sketch to show you that if you start thinking things in a crate, right, it makes you sketch things easier because you know how to draw boxes, right?